like that which spare no one. In our country, women have to behave in particular way, sit in particular way, and talk in particular manner. So the question arises here is, where is the freedom even after 73 years of independence? In my opinion, there is need to rationalize the existing legal framework and institution to ensure the protection of human rights in our country. So I would like to conclude by saying, communities have changed and our society is changing. Communities have changed and our society is changing. Sometimes I feel like our law enforcement agencies do not have enough resources to keep up with this changing society. So I can speak up with conviction that the existing legal framework and institutions are not sufficient enough to ensure the protection of human rights in our country. Thank you. Jai Hind.
Last, where human rights are respected. I, Major Sahil, stand here in this forum in strong support of today's discussion. Gentlemen, India is one of the oldest civilizations having a checkered history of the existence of human rights and values. The concept of human rights find its mention even in Vedas. Kautilya in Arthashastra not only affirmed the existence of civil and legal rights, but also the economic rights being formulated by the kings of that time. Similarly, our constitution in it has the most elaborated fundamental laws and charter on human rights ever framed by any state across the globe. We as a nation hold strong theoretical commitment towards the human rights for all. India has signed a number of international standards and conventions, including those on civil and political rights, Convention for the Rights of Children and Women, and so on, gentlemen, the list is endless. But my fellow opponents have chosen to be selectively ignorant of the realities. The responsibility of the enforcement of human rights laws in our country lies on the shoulders of various agencies. First and the foremost, the judiciary, presided by Honorable Supreme Court, has become the vanguard of human rights in India. Exemplary judgments in case of Sabrimala, rights of transgender, rights of Muslim women in triple talaq is a testimony of its commitment. I feel proud here to say that the Indian courts today have become the courts of poor and the underprivileged. Its portals open for the downtrodden, the ignorant and the illiterates. The magnanimity of the judiciary can be corroborated by the fact that terrorists like Kassab was even given a chance to speak for himself. What more you want, sir? What more? Another equally important institution in safeguarding the human rights in this country is the security force. It's a stark reality of a present time that our internal security situation fluctuates only and always between bad and worse. By enacting certain laws like AFSPA, POTA and Unlawful Activity Prevention Act, government has treated the violation of human rights as a special crime that warrants special and stringent laws. I want to tell these young students sitting here that I, as a representative of a security force, assure you that we have been trained and taught to hold highest regard for human rights. In fact, the existence of a human rights cell in Indian Army much before the inception of any human rights agency in this country is a testimony of this. On 21st of this month only, Indian Army has approved the creation of an umbrella organization under Vice Chief, having stakeholders from the civil society also for enhanced focus on the issues of human rights. It would be highly unjustifiable if standing here I don't make mention of an organization that has turned out to be a true custodian of the protection and promotion of human rights in India. Yes, I'm talking about the National Human Rights Commission, the NHRC. The successful functioning of the NHRC for past 25 years has gone so well in removing the apprehension of the skeptics regarding its existence. But today, as an audience, I fail to understand when my worthy opponents kept on giving wide publicity to the minor loopholes of this young democracy, but very conveniently ignored the achievements of human rights. Repeal of AFSPA from parts of Manipur, J&K and complete Arunachal, recent amendment in Unlawful Activity Prevention Act, and many more. No word about them, sir, not even a single. Implementation is the area where we have to look upon. No doubt, gentlemen, fundamental rights and human rights to be given due importance. But to obey the law of state is also a supreme fundamental duty that has to be followed in letter and spirit. Refusal to fundamental duties and demand of rights cannot go hand to hand. The call and cause of human rights is so precious that it cannot be compromised under any amount or under any degree of provocation. This not only requires awareness, but more than that, it requires the inculcation of human right attitude and sensitivities amongst the masses. I'll rest my words with a scripture of Mahabharata stating the spirit of a warrior soldier. Sukh dukh samkrutva, labh labho, jaya jayo, yajo yudhyaya yujasva, nevam papam vapsyasi. Fight for the sake of duty. Treat happiness and distress, loss and victory alike. Fulfilling your responsibility in this way, you will never incur sin. Never ever. Thank you and Jai Hind.
Major Chinmay Nair from NSG against the motion.
Let me start by speaking that there can't be development without peace. There can't be peace without development. And there can't be lasting peace or sustainable development without respect for the human laws and the law of the country. Respected jury members and my fellow participants, I, Major Chinmay, would be speaking against the motion. India has a federal structure of government, which means that it is primarily the responsibility of the state governments to enforce the law and order. However, more often than once, this has been taken as an excuse by the central government to avoid ensuring the implementation of law as well as ensuring the protection of human rights in states. The authorities use sedition and criminal laws blatantly against people protesting against the government. Even today, cases of child abuse, violence against women, corporate fraud are blatantly and rampantly widespread in the country. Do you think if the existing legal framework was enough, this would have been the case? I don't think so. Indian judiciary has always been the custodian of fundamental rights in the country since independence. However, still, a need was felt that an independent organization should be created to specifically look after the human rights. And that is why 1993, with the advent of the Protection of Human Rights Act, the National Human Rights Commission was formed, along with state-level human rights commissions as well as human rights courts. The chairperson of the NHRC has the same service criteria as well as the status as